Welcome to Revelation Unraveled. I am your host, William-Tapley, also known as the third eagle of the apocalypse and the co-prophet of these end times. One of my subscribers has alerted me to a very interesting video by Paul Begley, and he discovered a promotional photograph of Pope Francis with several of his cardinals, and the poster is promoting his visit next year to Philadelphia. That is in September of 2015. And the amazing thing about this is the way the red sashes on the cardinals indicate a Hebrew letter called Vav. And in Hebrew, the Vav letter signifies the number 6. And as you can see, there are 3 6s on the left of the image and 2 on the right. And of course, 3 Vavs would give you 666. Now, Paul Begley did not understand why there are 5 of them in this photograph, and I will explain that in a little bit. But as you can see in this diagram, the Hebrew letter Vav indicates the number 6, and therefore Vav, Vav, Vav would be 666. There is no doubt this is a sign from Almighty God. And God has given us many indications in the past about this Pope and the previous Pope, Pope Benedict, being a good Pope, but Pope Francis being the false prophet. For example, when Pope Francis was elected, when that white smoke came out of the Vatican chimney, do you remember when that occurred? It occurred at exactly 6 minutes past 7 local time. Now, in the European system of counting, that was 1906, but you subtract 12 from 19 and that gives you 7. And what is 7:06? That is 6 o'clock, plus 60 minutes, plus 6 more minutes. 666. Now that was not accidental any more than this number 666 in Paul Begley's discovery is accidental. And does Almighty God talk to us in biblical numbers? Well, of course, he most certainly does. In fact, in the book of Revelation, St. John says you need wisdom and understanding twice. And both of those times he is talking about numerology. In Revelation chapter 17, verse 9, he says, "And here is the understanding that has wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains upon which the woman sits, and they are 7 kings." 777 is a mystical number. And in Revelation chapter 13, verse 18, John writes, "Here is wisdom. He that has understanding." Notice again, both those words, wisdom and understanding. As I said, the only 2 times he uses that phrase in the book of Revelation. "Let him count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Now, as you, my subscribers, know, there is another very interesting expression of the Antichrist, and that is the fraction 2/3, or 2 before 3. And that number is also found in Paul Begley's photograph, but he did not understand the meaning. When you place 2 before 3, you get the number 2/3, which is the decimal point 666. Now, some of you might say that the number 3 is to the left of the number 2. In other words, 3 is before 2. But remember, these are Hebrew letters, and Hebrew is read from right to left. In other words, yes, indeed, the 2 vowels on the right and the 3 vowels on the left indicate 2/3 in the Hebrew method of writing. 2/3 is another expression of the Antichrist. Of course, Paul Bagley is not going to give you the solution to the number of the Antichrist, but Almighty God does, throughout the Bible, give us the solution. The number which defeats the Antichrist is the number 555, and that symbolizes Mary's Rosary. And Almighty God also showed us that number at the Vatican when Pope Benedict resigned. Remember? The lightning struck the Vatican at exactly 5:55. That was not accidental either. Take a close look at that clock on the Vatican. 5 minutes before 6 is indeed 555. So as I have said many times on this program, what you need to do, your solution to the number 666, whether you find it in the Vatican or very soon here in the United States, you must take up your weapon against the Antichrist. And that is, of course, Mary's Rosary. And if you would like more information, please visit my new ThirdEagleMedia.com website.